Do you remember the following sound? Not ringing a bell? What about this one? This one should definitely ring familiar. I'm sure you recognized all of them, or some of them. The first two were the sounds of the first instant messaging app ICQ, and the last one was of a telecommunication app Skype. ICQ takes me back to high school and to one of my first steps on the internet. Let's continue on a memory journey lane. Do you remember the first time you Googled something or your first Facebook post? Even if you don't remember the exact moment. I'm sure that looking from a time perspective, you will agree that both of them had profoundly affected your lives. My name is Stas Zaslavsky. I'm a serial entrepreneur and a digital marketer with 15 years of experience. And today I want to speak with you about how the internet revolution has affected our lives and how you can benefit of being an early adopter. To leverage the opportunities and benefits of being an early adopter, you must nail the timing. To illustrate this, let's view an example of housing market of Israel. Investing in an average four-room apartment in 1978 in today's money would cost approximately $60,000. Back then, many had doubted that housing investment was safe and smart. Today, such apartment will be valued at more than $600,000. Now that the opportunity to gain in such margins is already gone, it's clear that investing in housing was a smart and brilliant move back then. The same and even more applies to digital breakthroughs. Let's take social media giant, Facebook, or as it's now called Meta. In early 2004, Facebook had about 1 million active users per month. By 2008, the year I've joined, there were about 100 million. And today, there are 2.9 billion active users per month. That are 57% of total internet users and 37% of world population. The early adopters of Facebook could leverage the platform to build their businesses, acquire a well-sought marketing skills, and get a well-paid jobs, or become influencers with millions of followers. I know it personally, as I have established a business page for one of my businesses in 2013, which was early by Israeli standard, and used Facebook to advertise a culinary workshop studio called HaStudio LeBishul. And although we had a strong competition, the only differentiation we had was in our ability to seize the opportunity in advertising on social media and digital channels, resulting in exponential growth and beating of a competition. HaStudio LeBishul became one of the biggest cooking studios in the Middle East, hosting 64,000 participants yearly, sitting on a 1,000 square meters in the heart of Tel Aviv. Nowadays, I would like to see you try and dominate Facebook. Good luck. It will take much more effort than any early days, as competition is more significant. The regulations are more substantial, and the algorithms that provided free exposure are almost gone. Now social advertisement is much more pay-oriented. As I said, right timing is crucial. But timing alone is not enough. Being an early adopter is challenging, as you'll face people who will mock you, who will make you doubt yourself, saying things like, "This idea is childish," and it will never catch on. Usually, society does not widely accept new technological opportunities until their potential is fully proven and realized. But waiting for such validation will make you miss the opportunity. A close miss of mine was in late 2008. In June 2007, a first smartphone was announced. I immediately was one of the first early adopters. I recognized the potential, imagining the revolution those pocket computers could bring. Today, if you're outside of your home and you want to learn something, you Google it. You find a great video, podcast, article, and you learn about this through your smartphone, which is natural to you. But in 2008, that was not the case. Only 11% of sold phones were smartphones. In late 2010, we had already a working prototype, so we did our best to meet with many company executives of prominent and well-known enterprises. Company after company, we were rejected. We were given so many variations and explanations of why our idea was terrible. I haven't come from money. I'm a child of a single mother immigrant. So early on my entrepreneurial career, there were little room for mistakes and financial experiments. I was encouraged by my family to bet safely. Thus, as our idea got badly rejected, we decided to quit, playing it safe. A little later, a smartphone market exploded big, and today almost nobody doubts that it's effective to learn through a smartphone. Thinking about this, the internet and the last 3 decades of related technological breakthroughs have changed our lives beyond the recognition. It created behaviors that not existed, like online shopping. It created jobs that we could previously not imagine. Social media manager. Who thought it would be a real well-paid job? It created a phenomena of remote working and digital nomads that can work from any place in the world. You probably ask yourself why you should personally care about what I'm saying. To that, I'll answer that I firmly believe that we are on the doorstep of a new immense revolution of the internet, and you can be an early adopter and personally gain from that. Have you heard about the Metaverse? The Metaverse is a new and upcoming technological revolution that will enable us to experience the internet in a 3D, more engaging way. It holds the promise to change the way we socialize over the internet, consume entertainment, do our work, and much more. At the core of the technology is the new generation of hardware like augmented reality glasses and virtual reality headsets. Those headsets generate an immersive experience, creating a physical sensation for the user, allowing him to feel like he's inside or a part of that virtual environment, allowing him to experience the internet like never before. Many rich companies and enterprises were inspired by the Metaverse. And so on October 28, 2021, Mark Zuckerberg announced the renaming of his company, Facebook, into Meta, and shared a version of his vision for a new chapter of the internet. In his vision, Zuckerberg shared a fantasy world where you can choose to present yourself using a digital sleeve, aka your avatar. In that virtual space, you can socialize with your friends and peers. You can use it for work and set up your virtual station. Or you can meet with your team in a virtual conference room and feel like you are with them in the same space. Alternatively, you can explore remote physical places virtually or venture deep into fantasy worlds. Of course, Zuckerberg's vision is much more extensive, and I encourage you to visit and check it online. Even before Zuckerberg had shared his vision, many entrepreneurs and companies, including myself, had been working on their interpretation of the Metaverse in various different industries, like events, entertainment, fashion, art, medical, and much more. I'm a huge fan of augmented reality. These inventions allows you to see a digital enhancement layer on top of a physical one. A cool appliance of such technology would be a GPS-like Waze, but instead of seeing a directives over a small screen, you'll be able to see them and instructions and much more additional information directly on the road through the augmented reality glasses. Another fantastic appliance will be in a medical space, allowing surgeons from opposite side of the globe plan an operation virtually, giving them the ability to examine a detailed rendering of a patient's brain within a couple of hours, opposite to the exact consultation taking days in traditional video conferencing. The following example is from my personal experience. In 2020, my partners and I founded a Metaverse startup that helped event organizers to host events online in a 3D virtual spaces. It gave them the ability to plan through the uncertainty of COVID pandemic without worrying about the last minute cancellations. Additional big benefit was the ability to escape a physical space confinement, hosting events with dozen to 100,000 simultaneous attendees. Am I saying this experience is better than face-to-face events, or that virtual events will replace the in-person events? Absolutely not. Humans are social animals, and I will hate to wake up one day and discover we are now all avatars that live in a Matrix-like world. I think the Metaverse come to upgrade the old way we networked online so far, to make it more vivid and exciting, to make new virtual connections more meaningful and enjoyable. Some of you who have tried various Metaverse experiences so far might say that it's not practical, that they don't understand what is the buzz about, and they might be right. The metaverse is still in its infancy and will require a lot of development, both in hardware and software. Look at your smartphone. It hasn't been that smart from the start. The metaverse technologies will too evolve and improve over the next several years. I invite you. The timing is now, and the idea is in front of you. I invite you to become an early adopter of the metaverse and other new technologies. Being an early adopter means trying new technologies before they become mainstream, sticking with the idea in spite of the skeptics, having the willingness and courage to invest your time and money in acquiring new skills and knowledge that will put you ahead of the game. Be the pioneers of the new chapter of the internet. Get on the first train to the metaverse and reap the benefits of being an early adopter. Because in 10 years, it will be the standard and you will miss this exciting opportunity. Being a skeptic is effortless, easy, and safer. And although it is much more challenging, imagine the immense potential benefits of being an early adopter. Thank you.